No, I think, yeah, taxes are boring until you have to pay that first tax bill
That's
as an
right.
entrepreneur when you start making money, right? So, when you have to, when you take all of your stuff to the tax person, H&R Block or whoever it is, and they give you, here's what you owe, all of a sudden taxes become real interesting. And then that's when you
Yes.
start going, hey, how can I be strategic, right? The government has, the law has basically, Judge Learned Hand basically said, hey, listen, there's no crime in trying to reduce your tax bill legally, right? And pay the least amount of taxes you legally can, right? That's tax avoidance. Tax evasion is when you go outside the law to avoid paying taxes.
You just don't pay them at all.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's the illegal part. That's what'll get you in jail or get your jet ski impounded and stuff like that. So, my goal is let's get your tax bill down as legally as much as we can. And, because nobody wants to pay Uncle Sam more than he's due.
Mm.
Nobody wants to pay Uncle Sam more than he's due, especially when you have businesses like the Quality Leering Center, right? Like,
I was just about to say that. That's where our money's going.
right? Like that's where we don't have to get into politics, but I mean, look at the climate of the U.S. right now. We see a lot of fraud that's going on. Are you starting to see more and more business owners come to you and go, I don't feel like paying? I mean, look at what's happening. Like, it feels wrong for all of us who've never broken the law before to have to continue to pay all these taxes.
Well, I've had clients come to me like that. And I mean, sure, you hear that. You go, well, what are the chances of me getting caught? And, depending on how well-funded the IRS is, it can be, maybe you don't get caught. I mean, there are a lot of people evading taxes that don't get caught. There are a lot of people evading taxes that do. And the IRS, there is no statute of limitations.
Yep.
So an administration can change, budgets can change. The IRS can go back a long way if there's fraud involved. Now, if you make a simple mistake, generally it's 3 years that they'll go back and look at a return. So if it's an honest mistake and you end up owing the IRS a little bit more, typically they'll go back 3 years and say, hey, you messed up and this is what you owe us. But if they find that you're actively evading taxes, they can go back forever. And then once they pull on that thread, they'll get you for everything. The tax law is so complicated that it's, I'd be shocked if any one person in this country was 100% tax compliant all of the time, right? So what we want to avoid is that position where, hey, all they need to do is start looking at you. They're going to find something to make your life miserable, right? So let's not raise the red flags. Let's try to be as compliant as possible and strategic as possible so that we can lower that tax bill, pay as, the least amount legally that we're legally obligated and sleep well at night, right? There are people all over this country that are evading taxes and, they know they're going to get caught eventually. It's just a matter of when. And so they might be enjoying life, but I know personally, I don't, enjoy life if I think I'm going to eventually go to jail, right? Or that I could get caught or I could lose everything because, I've just decided I didn't want to pay that 30% that I felt like, was unfair to pay. I will kind of go outside. I would love to not pay any taxes. I would be fine not having a job in taxes if taxes did not exist. But unfortunately, the rules right now that we live in this society forces us to do it, or we go to jail, or we get all of our toys taken away.
Yeah.